Today I'll be examining Jersey Devil Coaster at Six Flags Great Adventure. I'll be talking about the history, ride experience, and my overall thoughts, and if you stick around till the end, I'll also compare it to the prototype Raptors. You'll have a better idea what to expect from this ride once it finally opens.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hey guys, and welcome to 808 Coaster Life. If you're new to this channel and you love roller coasters and other theme park related stuff, please consider subscribing for quality coaster entertainment every 1 to 2 weeks. The future of the Raptor looked very promising as 2 prototype models were built in 2018, but our biggest question was, what more can the Raptors do? We got our answer in the form of Jersey Devil, the current tallest, fastest, and longest single rail coaster in the world. I'll be looking at the ride's history, reveal the stats, analyze the ride experience, and finally give my thoughts on the ride. In the end, I'll also compare it to the prototypes. August 12, 2019 was the first of 6 days where Six Flags released teasers of the ride on their social media. These teasers were mainly referencing the theme of the coaster, but also hinted that it would be only one across, making it an RMC Raptor. This model was first introduced in IAAPA 2015 along with the T-Rex track, but unlike the latter, the Raptor was sold 3 times so far. The first 2 opened up in 2018 as Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster at Six Flags Fiesta Texas and Railblazer at California's Great America. These feature an innovative 14-inch wide single rail track with trains seating guests one across. The layouts overall are more compact than normal coasters and because of their intensity feature vest restraints. More on that later. On August 29, 2019, Six Flags Great Adventure announced Jersey Devil Coaster, the first original roller coaster to come to the park in 14 years, the last one being El Toro, but you probably knew that. It would be the tallest, fastest, and longest single rail coaster. Construction was going pretty smoothly until the COVID-19 pandemic prevented the construction workers from continuing. Everything had to be shut down until we flattened the curve. Unfortunately, on June 30th, 2020, Jersey Devil was announced to be delayed until 2021 due to the pandemic. Luckily, with the reopening of the park on July 4th, 2020, construction resumed. This ride is an RMC Raptor with a max height of 130 feet, a max speed of 58 miles per hour, a very specific 3,000 feet of track, 3 inversions, and a maximum vertical angle of 87 degrees. It's still very unclear how the queue will look, but I am a very big fan of the Jersey Devil theme. It's original, it's not DC, and it's very different from the other themes, especially since El Diablo was removed from the park. But I'm not sure how much theming there will be in the queue, entrance plaza, or maybe, just maybe, the ride. I think they'll commit pretty well to the theme because the front car looks amazing, but you probably already knew that. You head into the station and go into one of 4 trains with 12 cars per train. Riders sit single file leading to a maximum capacity of 12 riders per train. These trains feature vest restraints resembling seatbelts in a car. I would not be too excited for these restraints because based off of reviews about the prototypes, they dig down into your shoulders making it pretty difficult to marathon. And unfortunately, it seems like they didn't modify the restraints on Jersey Devil. There are worse restraints out there, but at least these don't produce headbanging. I do not know right now whether this ride will feature a continuous loading station, but I really think that will benefit the ride and maximize its throughput. You start your ride by climbing up the 130-foot tall lift hill and go down your 87-degree drop. I'll predict that this drop will be nothing special in the front row, but insane in the back as you're whipped over the crest due to the longer 12-row trains. You rise up and go into what Six Flags dubs the Raven Dive. It seems like the train does a little outer bank before inverting and completing a half loop similar to a dive loop. If the ride has good pacing, I could see this being the best inversion on the ride because of how unique it is. The Raven dives on the prototypes don't bank outward, but provide strong ejector airtime and laterals according to some reviews. The ride then does a little S-bend to the right, which would probably provide some laterals in both directions before climbing up a large ejector camelback. For some reason, from off-ride, this hill doesn't look that great, but on-ride, it flies through the hill. I'll predict that the airtime won't be as strong as the insane sustained ejector camelbacks found on El Toro, but it'll be close. You then go into the ride's second inversion, a 0G stall. This stall looks like nothing too special, but will still probably provide a nice sensation of upside down weightlessness. You take a slight left and then whip to the right in a very intense turnaround before a drop. It goes through this turnaround so fast that it almost looks illegal. This will definitely be the most forceful part of the ride. And I can tell the drop will provide insane ejector airtime in the back, as the prototype rides have a similar element. You go into your final inversion, a 0G roll. This looks average at best. The person sitting in the front row will get a good pop of airtime before the mid-course brake run. I know this is for capacity reasons, but the unfortunate truth is that this might suffer the same fate as Steel Vengeance. We first thought the mid-course won't slow the ride down at all, but over time, they started to slow it down. I hope they don't trim it on this, because the second half is filled with ejector airtime, but we'll just have to wait and see. The person sitting in the back will get a great pop of ejector airtime off the mid-course brake run, along with some laterals, before going into a very forceful turnaround. You finish off the ride by going through 2 consecutive off-axis airtime hills, banking in opposite directions, then a bunny hop, then a pop of airtime into the brakes. If the mid-course doesn't slow the ride down too much, these hills will provide nice strong ejector airtime. That ends your ride experience on Jersey Devil Coaster. In my opinion, this is the best RMC Raptor so far, but not by a long shot, because I think the prototypes are very close. But I like the duration. It's not too short like the prototypes, but it's also not too long. Especially with the ride's intensity and restraints, it shouldn't be too long of a ride. If you don't mind the restraints, I think you'll experience amazing airtime moments on this ride, and also different types of airtime. This ride also looks very forceful, especially the turnaround. One of the things us enthusiasts are wondering is the pacing. In the animation, it runs very well, but that doesn't always come true. Thunderbird at Holiday World is a B&M wing coaster that features 5 cars per train, and it has very good pacing, while Gatekeeper at Cedar Point features 8 cars per train and doesn't have very good pacing. RMC Raptors might turn out the same way as the wing coasters. However, we saw that the prototype Raptors ran a little faster in real life than the animation, which is very rare. Because of these 2 reasons, I think the pacing could be somewhat of a wild card. We just have to wait and see. You can also expect this ride to be very smooth because of the single rail technology, and very intense because of how compact they made it. But overall, this ride has the full package. It features good inversions, great airtime moments, a good drop, very forceful moments, and a few moments of laterals. It's a great fit for Six Flags Great Adventure and for New Jersey as a whole. Finally, there's an RMC Raptor on both coasts and the middle of mainland America. The only major con I see with all of the Raptors so far is the restraints. If they could make the Raptor trains more comfortable, they could be amazing rides. I'd say if they make the vest restraints like those seen on new generation Vekoma coasters, I'd be happy. Especially with recent competition, I think RMC should make the Raptor more comfortable so that it competes with the comfortable pull-down lap bars found on the Intamin Hot Racer. Now for the bonus. Jersey Devil and the prototypes are actually pretty hard to compare. Some could say Jersey Devil is better because of the longer layout, more airtime moments, and better capacity. Others could say Wonder Woman and Railblazer could be better because of the more compact and intense layout, more flow, and a possibly better drop. Jersey Devil's drop is bigger as well as the trains, but the prototypes are steeper and have a little pre-drop, which can cause more whip into the actual drop. Overall, I'll give Jersey Devil the slight edge, but they're very close. So let me know down in the comments, what do you think of Jersey Devil coming to Six Flags Great Adventure in 2021? How do you think it will compare to El Toro and the prototypes? If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by leaving a like on this video. And if you're new to this channel and you love roller coasters and other theme park related stuff, please consider subscribing for quality coaster entertainment every 1 to 2 weeks. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.